Let's start the stream. I was about to say, do not throw me into another or a trailer without giving me a chance to say no. But looks like we're good visually. Do we have audio? I said, do we have audio? We do indeed. So hello people of the internet. It is I, Soul Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where today we're continuing Lostbelt number 7. Apparently Advanced Quest Part 12 has dropped. Quite the timing for that, you know, in the middle of a Lostbelt release. So, yeah, we're not gonna worry about that too much, I don't think. We're just gonna claim our daily stuff. Daily. And that's all the daily stuff we can claim. And we're gonna jump right in here to Section 3. Yes, I was right. I was a bit worried there. I was like, wait, is it Section 3 or Section 4? It is Section 3 we are on today, which will be the 4th episode of Lostbelt 7 on YouTube, because the prologue is going to be its own. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe if you want to make sure to catch all the future Lostbelt uploads. Without further ado, though, I think it's time to continue into the first underworld, Tlatalahukui. I probably butchered that pronunciation terribly, but I don't speak the language, and I'm trying to do my best. Alright. And the first underworld is technically the second stratum, I believe. So, Tapeo, what are these underworld boundaries anyway? Oh, right, I forgot. So that's still happening. That's quite annoying. So it's still going to be blanking out. I do not know why it's doing that. It's weird. It's just, I don't know why. It's never done that before. But now it is, all of a sudden, out of nowhere. Resume. So, Tapeu, what are these underworld boundaries, anyway? The boundaries of the underworld are abnormal regions. They have strong magnetic fields whose distortions keep Mala's blessings at bay. Well, I say magnetic field distortions, but it's more accurate to call them dimensional distortions. Mindless dinos used to wander them, but after Tezcat, that's what I'm just gonna, he's Tezcat, showed up, the underworlds became host to trials which must be completed for the dead to truly die. A great deal depends on your mental state. The boundaries of the underworld are treacherous places, so long as you do not perceive yourself as having overcome their trials. I see. So as long as you can overcome their trials at least once, you'll know they're no threat to you anymore. But since this will be our first time visiting one, we're going to be in for a difficult one. In for a difficult time. I have to ask the obvious then. Have you completed these trials, Tapeo? As far as the third layer of the underworld, fortunately the trials in the first layer are relatively easy. By the way, Tapeo, you said something about enormous iguanas in the first layer of the underworld yesterday. Were these iguanas called... by any chance? I'm not gonna even... You know what? Let's... Xochitonal. Alright, come on, will you do a pronunciation thing? No. Pronounce. Come on, Google. Work for me. Work with me here, Google. Come on, work with me. Here we go. I think I got it. Maybe.
Cochitinol.
Cochitinol. Cochitinol. This is
Cochitinol.
Cochitonatol. So X is a C. Okay, that might make things a little bit easier with that bit of knowledge. Cochitinol. Oh, you know of the MASH? Does that mean proper human history has similar underworlds, then? Yes, in proper human history, Mictlan refers to the subterranean underworld of Aztec mythology. According to myth, the world was divided into the heavens, the surface, and the underworld. The gods were said to reside in the 13th heavens, while humans lived on the surface world. The underworld world was said to consist of 9 layers, and collectively, this world was known as Mictlan. People who died of natural causes rather than in combat would descend through the 9 layers of Mictlan. Their goal was to conquer many trials and make their way to the bottom layer, Chai Kon A Hualoyan, where they would come to terms with their own life, allowing their soul to return to the natural world. Aztec civilizations were marked by human sacrifice, slavery, and endless wars, so it was certainly one of the harshest societies in human history. But at its heart, it retained an inherent respect for nature and gratitude to the gods, that is, the larger world. This Mictlan may not have ever developed a system of belief based on gods, but I think its emphasis on respecting nature means it still shares the same roots. I see, so that is proper human history's version of Mictlan. Then I assume it also had a chitinol. That's right, the first subterranean layer of Mictlan was called Ixquintlan and contained an enormous river called Apanohuacalhuaya. Mash, how are you so smart? The dead had to cross this river with the help of a hairless breed of dog called Koloitzkunitle in order to make it to the other side without the cocontinal eating them. What's a dog? Oh, it's a kind of animal, and a great one. I can't describe them too well, but I can draw you a picture later. Thank you, Marine, but I'm guessing they look something like this, am I right? Whoa, how did you know? And wow, you're such a good artist, too. Your imagination, no, your powers of observations are really remarkable. You're already a full-blown scholar of proper human history. Oh yes, I want to learn as much about it as I can. Your history is terrifying, but it's also intensely captivating. So there's a Mictlan in proper human history and a Mictlan in this Lostbelt, right? And in proper human history, humans lived on the planet's surface, but you dinos live underground. Why is that? You're not all dead or anything, right? I suspect it's because the surface of the world is no longer habitable. A long, long time ago, a meteor devastated everything on the surface. We managed to survive by escaping underground. From there, Mala created Mictlan, and we continue to propagate. Now this underground world is our home. We will never return to the surface, especially while it continues to burn. It's still burning even now. I don't understand. Even if the impact destroyed everything on the surface, it still had millennia to recover, hasn't it? Is this planet just really, really lazy or something? Oh well, that's probably not important right now. Is the planet lazy? Ooh. That could have deeper meaning. That could have a deeper meaning. Because the planets are alive, and you, Olga Marie, seems to know that to some extent. Is Gaia lazy? Or wait, technically would Gaia even be present in these Lostbelts? Maybe not. More importantly, I have a question for you, Tapeo, or you guys, if you can answer it. Have you ever heard of the ORT? Only rumors? Did I say something wrong? What kind of rumors? As a matter of fact, ORT is one of the reasons we came here. There's a creature that goes by the name in proper human history. We came to this Lostbelt to try and find it before anyone else, but now... What's different now? We have more important things to worry about right now. Makes sense. Your first priority now is reaching the storm border, and then you've got to do something about this bleached earth phenomena, right? I agree. Of course you wouldn't have time to go looking for some weird random creature then. Besides, now that you've got me, you have all the firepower you need. You mean you're not looking for ORT yourself, you Ogilmarie? Why would I be? I just asked because it's one of the few words I still remember. Although, now that you've mentioned it, I do get the feeling I might have been looking for it myself. Maybe that's not important now, either. Why worry about the little things? I'm okay with small creatures, and little doubts like this aren't worth pursuing anyway. That's good to hear. Oh, I can hear running water. We must be near the river. Alright, I'm gonna be the first one over there. A jungle river ought to be no problem for me, so I swear by Triton I'll get us across easy peasy. Can you really call this just a river? Because this is a bit more than a river. There's no way. I couldn't get us across this even if all 24 of us Marines were here. It's sure pretty, though. And the mist from these ginormous waterfalls feels nice, too. Yeah, you don't see places like this spectacular even in the land of fairies. I'm impressed. Mesoamerican mythology is on an entirely different scale. It's true, they remind me of Guiana Heights and Islands in South America, known as the last frontier on Earth. I'm also very impressed that you're able to cross these humongous falls, Tepeyu. You must have super dino leg strength and exploration skills to have made it past here. Please tell us, what route did you use to cross? Yes, I do think I must have managed it. Tepeyu? Super Tepeyu? I'm sorry, I don't know what this is. It's utterly terrifying. Forgive me, this is much, much bigger than the river I crossed. Soul Mash, is this what you were envisioning? Hell no. I see, then this change has nothing to do with your mental state. So Chaldea's arrival here has changed things in the underworld boundaries, much like the Crypto's arrival. Perhaps we should proceed on that assumption. Still, all that aside... What a truly spectacular sight. I wish my acquaintances could see this. Save the celebration for later, Tepeyu. Marine, Soul, you guys better stand back. Something's coming up the waterfall. Maybe it's those giant iguana things. Mash, you and I will handle the iguanas. Happy Cat, you guard the non-combatants. Got it? Happy Cat? Understood. Ready when you are, Ogilmarie. You, Ogilmarie. Forgot the you there, Mash. Gotta remember the you when we're dealing with Madam President here. And looks like we get to use our Mash with Sumo. I mean, I get that they're letting you pick the CE, but just... Also, it's letting you pick anybody, it seemed. At least I was able to, which is weird, but... Your extra attack is an AoE, so it's worth doing this. Not bad, not bad. It looks like we're gonna just alternate on the BAQs here. There is some audio delay, it seems. Maybe? Maybe not. Okay. There is no audio delay. It almost felt like there was, but I guess I was wrong. Target this one. There we go. I was hoping for that. And then there was one. Go, Mash, go. Mash, smash. Also, these are the same enemies from the Indian Lostbelt. I can't remember what they were called, though. Even this one's the same exact thing, just with a different skin. Mictlan's Ablution. Increased damage dealt against humans and increased defense against humans. So, definitely need to rely on you, Olga Marie, here. Let's write some stars. There we go. And then we ba. We do this. And then we do this into this into this. Oh, that okay, now I see how that works exactly. So okay. I now have a better understanding of how that skill works. But you, Olga Marie, you could have crit once. One crit would have been so much appreciated there. Get some crit star gen for the next, for the break. Engulf. Groveling Corruption. Ooh. That hit pretty hard. Cognitive performance dropping, I'm pulling back. Oh boy. That's not good. Mash. You need to smash. I didn't think I could lose this. Oh. I'm gonna just withdraw because I don't know how the heck I lost that. You, Olga Marie, you're not as strong as I thought you were. Oh, it's gonna fucking black me out again. I forgot about that. Okay. I guess I can't afford to... Actually, that might be a way to do it. might have another idea for how to get the black screen to go away. Maybe if I switch applications? Perhaps? Perhaps. Okay, so because I exited before I could even begin the battle. Yes, start. Black out the screen again. Skip the cutscene, yes. I'm getting annoyed by this. Honest to goodness, I'm so very annoyed that it is blacking out the screen. I've got an idea. No idea if it's gonna work or not. Okay. Okay, so it's just it's FGO outright. FGO outright blanks out. That is so weird. That is doing it. Did they put some sort of update in that for protection or something? Like some anti-streaming update or something like that? Resume. It's not going to stop me from streaming this, of course. It's just more of an annoyance than anything. Okay. Now then. Ah. And then we go ba again. Good. This is what I was anticipating. Because next turn will be an all-mash turn. Or not. Okay, so it... I thought I had an idea of how her skill worked, but now I don't. Interesting. I really thought I had a firm grasp of how her skill worked. That's fine. Ooh, this is a good turn. Plenty of star gen. Okay. She does not have the greatest star gen. Noted. You, Olga Marie, has poor star generation. Let's get that to that, that to that. Good stars. Buster chain. Break. Good. First bar broken, no issues. Which is good because the giant iguana will do a full charge into an NP. This time targeting Mash, who is invincible. Good, good, good. Much better showing this time around. And do this. Get a BAQ. Jeez, why are you... Her Buster attack... I guess it's because it's AoE, that's why it's hitting like a wet noodle. So her Buster and extra attacks really are kind of weak. It's interesting the target focus stuck. There we go. We got it. This time, we got it. Alright, that wasn't too bad. And that was the first arrow. Second arrow, we're up against an alter ego. Interesting. And it blacks out again, so we have to quit FGO, relaunch FGO. This is tedious. They must have done something as far as an update. I'm gonna have to see if Zahak is having issues as well. I don't know how he streams FGO, like what his setup is, but I'm gonna have to ask him if he's having issues too. Resume. I was surprised to see those things, but you two handled them like they were nothing. Thanks, Mash. Thanks, Prez. There's a reason you're the best Kohai I could ask for, Mash. Oh no, the only reason I was able to go on the offensive like that is because Olga Marie was here. But thank you, Senpai. Nice job, you two. You were right. I didn't have to step in at all. Though you might be being a little too overprotective. Soul's a full-fledged master, you know. As long as he stays far enough away from the fighting, he can protect himself just fine and get a firm handle on how the battle's playing out. So maybe you could try trusting him a little more. Really? Full-fledged, huh? That's great. But it wasn't Soul I was worried about just now. It was you and Mash. You use the energy stored in Mash's shield when you materialize, right, Happy Cat? And that energy can only be restored at the storm border, correct? So you should conserve it as much as possible. Even my sensors aren't operating at full capacity in all directions at all times, you know. Just because I'm the strongest doesn't mean I'm omnipotent. So I'm counting on you to support Mash if she ever has to go off on her own. Got that, Happy Cat? I see. Okay, Olga Marie, you got it. If Mash is ever in trouble, that's where I'll step in. And so you weren't worried about me after all. That's good to know. Oh, don't be so sensitive. It was just a figure of speech. I might have been a tiny bit worried about you too, okay? Anyway, that takes care of that enormous iguanas. So what do we do now to pay you? I mean, it's not like we're gonna swim across, right? No, I can't swim at all. Last time I chopped down trees to make a raft, but that's clearly not gonna work now. I'm afraid not. These falls are anything but even. More importantly, they're just too big. It'd be like trying to cross the ocean. Ah yes, you mentioned oceans back in the cornfield. Exactly how large is an ocean? Oh, it's huge. It's a massive world of water that goes on forever in all directions. The ocean is filled with hopes, dreams, romance, and adventure. It's my true home. When we're done, I'll tell you all about it. Oh my, I can't wait. I do love how you see the world, Marine. Still, I'm afraid this isn't the time to admire the view. We still have to cross it, but we can't swim across or use a raft. What should we do, Master? Only we could summon a spirit who could fly us across. True, off the top of my head, I can think of Noah, Moses, Icarus, Sinbad. You could name some servants we've summoned, Mash. Any one of those heroic spirits would probably have a noble phantasm that could get us across this, river. Unfortunately, that's not an option right now, though we still don't understand why that is, so... It wouldn't matter even if he could. None of those heroic spirits would be any help here. Don't let your eyes fool you. We need a mythological approach, which means we need a servant who's familiar with the underworld. Oh, you're right, Director. I should have known Chaldea's, Chaldea's what? Chaldea's dependable font of knowledge. Font? Excuse me, did you just say Chaldea? I hope I didn't mishear you. If I didn't, that would be wonderful. But the others would all pick on me if I did mishear you, and I really don't want that. Who's speaking? Protea! Oh, you're gonna smush me now, okay? Don't worry, it won't hurt. You don't have to be scared. It'll be all over in an instant. Something big's here. Why is King Protea here? Why are we fighting King Protea? I need some answers here. Give me the support, Happy Cat. Why are we up against King Protea? I would love to have this answered, game. Can't go all out this way. That's a relief. This is probably a scripted battle, because I do not think that Mash and Happy Cat can take this on. Especially when Happy Cat is kind of weak to Protea here. And Protea's HP will keep growing over and over and over and over. I didn't mean to do that to you, Happy Cat. That's my bad. I don't think I'm gonna win this. But I'm gonna give it my damnedest. Lord Camelot first, actually. Sounds like a good move. Even if it's just pride, keep your head held high, for one day we will be sure to repay what has once been denied. Oh, Star of Guidance, give us strength. The walls of Camelot are starting to become clear again. Only 70,000! Yay! Are you the real thing? If I say no, will you let me go? Protea, I give you head pats. Why are you being mean? I give you head pats. Oh no, I did it again. I'm so sorry for scaring you. I thought you were the bad guys who brought down the storm border. But you're actually the master of Chaldea, right? Do you know who I am? Of course, you're King Protea! Yay, I knew it was you, Soul. I'm so glad to see you again, King Protea at your service. Wait, what? How are you just talking to her? Isn't she dangerous? Is she actually your ally or something? What, is it just anything goes with servants? I'm surprised too, but it's true, Protea isn't giving off any hostile readings. Plus, Master seems to already know her, and she did introduce herself very properly. It's nice to meet you, Protea. Oh, I know, she must be one of the servants we summoned in the border. Remember how we were supposed to summon 3 more besides Nitocris? I bet Protea is one of them. Yes, that's right, Marine. I'm one of the 4 servants who came to help Chaldea. But, well, I thought I could help Chaldea out. But next thing I knew, I was here, surrounded by a bunch of water and these really noisy bats. I was so anxious I couldn't move, but then you came by and I heard your voices, and, well, here we are. I'm glad I worked up the courage to stand up. I'm sorry again for surprising you, but at least it means we met up. I hope I can be helpful, Master. Glad to have you with us, Protea. I see. Well, if you guys are okay with this, that's fine. You there, what sort of heroic spirit are you? Because from what I recall, the alter ego class shouldn't exist in proper human history. Me? I'm composed of several goddess essences, and one of Mother's personalities. The goddesses who compose me are a number of archetypical mother goddesses. And then there's Arvata, a divine beast, and there's something else mixed in with me. That's weird. What could this be? Arvata, the one from Indian mythology. The Arvata that was born from the ocean of milk. Yes, that's right. According to that myth, the god's decline had left the surface utterly devoid of vitality, leaving behind a dead world. So to bring life back to the world, the gods joined with Asura, the Asura, their sworn enemies, and performed a ritual meant to revive and rebuild the world. That was the Ocean of Milk. It was a tremendous feat that brought life to a dead world. The gods poured the Ocean of Milk all across the world, churned it, and created Amrita, the nectar of immortality. That same process also led to the birth of Arvata, an elegant white elephant who swam across the Ocean of Milk. A world devoid of vitality, creating life from death. Does that mean this event took place in the underworld? That's right, Protea has a trait that lets her cross both the Sea of Life and the Sea of Death. Which means... Hey, yeah, we can just have her carry us. And since she's so big, there's plenty of room for all of us. Hey, watch it, Marine. Even if you don't mean anything by it, you shouldn't call people big unless you know they're okay with it. Oh, right. Sorry. As punishment, I'll just swim across on my own. No, it's okay. I'm just glad to hear you say that. Although, you want me to help you all cross this river by being your boat? Is that what you want too, Soul? Would you mind, Protea? Okay, you got it. I'm technically a kaiju, so I don't know how gentle I can be. But I've never had such a big job before, so I'll do the very best I can. Yay! King Protea has joined the party. Ba-ba-da-bum! Alright, next one is against an alter ego again. Don't tell me we're gonna be up against another one of the Sakura 5. Okay, gotta wait for it to load properly. Okay. You have to do that, do this. Because maybe it's the game mode thing? I might have to go into my settings and see about disabling game mode. Maybe that's what the issue is. Touch the screen, resume play. Boop bada boop, hooray! So just missed a little bit of an animation of King Protea moving across there. Wow, you're so fast, Protea. You could even give Captain a run for his money when he's in his merman form. Uh-oh, there's another drop 200 meters ahead. What's Protea gonna do? Cannonball! She just hopped right over it like it was nothing. Man, even the Nautilus can't move like this. Marine is sitting on top of Protea's head, pretending to steer her. Protea's having a lot of fun with it, too. I guess they have no trouble getting along, since both of them are tied to the sea. It's great to see Protea enjoying herself. It is. It is. She's such an elegant swimmer and still so bold. Her joy is almost contagious. On a different note, I still can't quite believe she's truly able to carry all of us. To think King Protea can change her size at will. She was already an astonishing size even before she grew large enough to fit us all on her hand. But why are you floating up there by yourself, you Oglemery? There's plenty of room down here on King Protea's palm. Don't be ridiculous. Why would I willingly ride on the hand of some servant I know nothing about? As long as I don't need to carry one, I can just hover fine. All I need to do is lay a gravity field on her shoulder. I see, so you're essentially having her tow you. What a clever way to conserve your energy. You'd be a great president for the age of green energy. Hey, cut the crap out, would you? I can't tell if you're praising me or raising protests. Oh, I'm sorry, Director. I'm just so happy to be with you again, I keep running my mouth. Forget it. I can tell from the color you're emitting that you're saying this out of affection. We're almost at the halfway point. Is everyone okay? Is anyone scared or feeling uncomfortable? I've been doing my best to keep it nice and steady, but the current's pretty strong, so... It's been an unbelievably pleasant ride, King Protea. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. I've really only ever been good at breaking things, so I'm glad to be helpful for once. Aw, Protea. Thank you for trusting me even though I'm so big. Say, Master of Chaldea, once we finish the crossing, could I joy... Huh? Who fucking dared? Protea! No way, something cut Protea's back. Oh man, I gotta patch her up. But I don't have any medicine skills. I'm sorry, I'm not nurse. Something's here. I can't see it, but there's definitely something. Come on, Protea. If you collapse now, everyone's gonna drown. You've gotta hang in there. No. Protea. Hold on, everyone. I'll at least get you to the nearest shore. Protea, no! Come on, Protea, you two, hurry! No! She was smiling. What an utter disgrace. She was meant to bar your way, not open it. Treachery. The reward for treachery is death. I bring death. So I had to kill her. She just had to die in the underworld. Who's left? Is it the priest? Who the hell is doing this? Who the fuck are you? Welcome, apes. Welcome, underworld pilgrims. Welcome, dead man walking. You're welcome here. What a delight it is to see new sacrificial blood in boring old Mictlan. Now remember my name and remember it well. I'm the bringer of death, the king of the underworld. I am Camazotz, the winged headhunter of the living. Camazotz. I'm gonna look up that pronunciation. Can you pronounce that for me? Come on. Load a little faster. You can do it. I believe in you. I need to get this fucker's name so I can know who to curse. Load a little faster here, computer.
Camazotz.
Camazotz. I was right. Camazotz, you're a dead man walking.
Camazotz.
Okay, I exited out of that. You can stop playing the audio. You hurt Protea. Protea? Oh, her I see, so you're interested in her too. Fine, I can share. Unlike Tezcat, I'm generous. That tastes terrible. I knew it. Quality beats quantity any day. One mouthful is all you need. I've learned my lesson, priest of Chaldea. Servant blood is truly awful. I should have kept my curiosity under control. Out of my way. Sure, I'll get out of your way. You and I are going to be seeing a lot of each other, so I want to make sure we're on good terms. But give me a chance to rest my wings. We kings aren't much for exerting ourselves. Camazotz. That's the name of a menacing bat god who lives in the mine underworld and drinks human blood. If that's your name, then you must be... That's right, I'm no friend of the dinos. I'm a creature of myth just like all of you. You there, priest boy, you're the same sort of creature as that insane crypto, right? If you plan on making a pilgrimage to the underworld, then you better remember my name, just like he did. You talking about David? That's right, you two are enemies. You compete with each other, interfere with each other, polish each other's souls. And in the end, tragically, only one of you will survive. I can't wait. I really can't wait. I know, usually I just cuff your head and taste your blood here and now, but I'm so loving the anger on your face. Oh yes, it's so wonderful. I love it. I want more, so much more. This is how an ape who dared be angry with me should die. Come forth, Black Cottonal. Answer my curse command spell. You... That fucker sold my command spells! I'll let the Guardian deal with you. Now will you kill or maybe be killed? Make your choice, Chaldean. That's the trick to surviving in Mictlan. Were those my command spells? Who's he summoning? One calling himself Camazotz has vanished, and I'm picking up a different but very powerful magical energy signal. It's about 40 meters below us, and it's coming up the cliffs right now. Be careful, everyone. Who are we up against? Cutscene. Now the water's turned red. No. You fucker, you altered Protea? It is. Her spirit origin is different, but it's still her King Protea. Oh man, what do we do? Look at Protea, she's out for blood. There's gonna be a mind control or something at work here. I don't want to fight her. I know, but we have no choice. As big as she is, she'll catch us if we try to run. Whether we want to beat her or escape, we're going to have to really wallop her. Soul Mash, use the black barrel without the dead counter. That should at least be enough to stun her. And whatever you do, focus on getting out of here alive. Master, please prepare for combat. I'm going to neutralize the giant enemy servant. Camazotz, you bastard, you corrupted Protea. Wait. That's what... He's gonna do the same to Nito, Burrito. Are we just getting a bunch of altars for all the servants? Oh, that'd be awesome, but also such a bitch move. King... She's in pain. Defeated if Habitrot goes down. Use my noble phantasm. Calvera Mask. She's stunned. HP loss every turn. She's just stunned for this turn. Okay, I need to apparently charge up Habitat's NP. There's one. If this doesn't work, we'll do it again. King Protea Cocotnal. Happy Cat's got guts. Okay, that's good. Trying to think best way to go about this. Best way to go about this. The best part of waking up. Best part of thinking your way through this. Process. Don't need that. Definitely don't need that. We will go DQB. Or AQB. AQA, whatever. Poor King Protea, she's gotta be in pain. Why are you doing this? You Kamatots, or whatever your name is, you are a bastard and I hate you. Okay, heal you up. I can't do that. Do this. Into this. Okay, we're close. Doot. Poor Protea. Why? I'm sorry. I need to give her head pads after this. To make up for beating her up. There's that Calvera Mask thing again. It's a defense up, but it applies a stun to herself. Did that do anything? Okay, that was apparently what we needed to do. Poor Protea. I'm sorry. Can't believe they made us beat up poor King Protea. What did she do? She got sliced by some rando dude and now... No way, 2 hits with the Black Barrel and she's still coming. She's even stronger than the President. I hate to admit it, but it's true. Damn it, why am I so weak? Let's just run. She won't be able to see us once we're under the cover of the jungle. If we're unlucky, she might end up stepping on us, but it's better than staying here until she definitely crushes us. Let's make a break for the jungle, everyone. I'm sorry, Protea. I'm sorry. Oh man, she's pounding me around like crazy. We're not gonna make it. Stay calm, Marine. Remember, Kamazot's called her Cocotnal. If she's truly the guardian of the underworld, then she'll need to stay in the river and she won't be able to follow us into the jungle. All we need is a little luck and we'll get to safety. Then we're all set. I've got galactically good luck. Even when our chances are 99 to 1 against drawing the short straw, I draw it every time. That's the opposite. Who turned off the lights? Why'd you have to say that? Let's talk strategy. Seeing you go from flat as a pancake to normal is kind of, creepy? Yeah, creepy. Maybe you all just can't be beat. Now, we may have come awfully close to being wiped out, but the important thing is that we're all safe and sound. Sure, but now we have an even bigger problem. Is there nothing we can do for Protea? She couldn't hear us at all. Even the river looked so red. That was because Protea was bleeding from the wounds on her back. I tried, but I couldn't help her or close her wounds. She didn't even cry out in pain. I don't know much about mythological beings, but she may just not have any pain receptors. About that, I hope it doesn't mean she couldn't cry out regardless of how much she was bleeding. Protea. That bastard, when I get my hands on him, I'm going to make him turn Protea back to normal. Well, this is quite the conundrum. Protea got us halfway across the river, but now she herself blocks our progress. If we don't eliminate her, we'll never be able to make our way through the first layer of the underworld. You mean kill her? That would be one option, but just as we saw ourselves, that would be exceedingly difficult. We aren't strong enough to neutralize her. We either need to sneak past her, or... I'm sorry, just give me a second, would you? Or we simply wait for nature to run its course. You said she was bleeding, yes? Then it's only a matter of time until she dies. We could simply wait here until that happens. No, that's cruel. Tepu, you're a big jerk. Why would you say something so cruel? We can't just leave Protea like that. We gotta help her somehow. Marine, please. You're hurting me. Listen to... Wait, I can hear footsteps. Someone's coming this way. Who's there? You. Good morning, everyone. Are you having some problems a passing priest might be able to assist you with? You bastard. Now we're dealing with you. Just gotta keep rolling with the punches, huh? No battles. That's odd. Okay, I wasn't sure if that would work. It was a long shot, but I figured I'd try it. Grigory Rasputin. Also, stream is unstable right now. I have no idea why. Thank you for saving me the trouble of introducing myself to your new compatriot, Soul. You are more than welcome to call me either Rasputin or Father Kotomene. I must confess, I am surprised to run into you while I was seeking another. Perhaps the hand of the Lord is at work here. Oh, you needn't explain what's happening here. I believe I understand your situation. You're trying to make it through this first layer of the underworld to reach the storm border. But the guardian of this underworld has forced you to retreat, yes? Yeah, you're right. Now why are you here? Right, you're an enemy of Chaldea. I can't think of any reason for you to be here except to stop us from cutting down the Tree of Emptiness. Oh, this is truly unfortunate. There has, I am afraid, been a misunderstanding. The other disciples may have left a poor impression on you, but I assure you that I, as a man of the cloth, have no interest in a fight. And as I mentioned a moment ago, I'm here looking for someone. That's all. As long as I find her, I have no quarrel with you. Happily, I've just completed that particular objective. Oh, shit. I forgot about that. He's a disciple, and she's the foreign god. So this is where you've been, young miss. I'm here to take you home. I was quite worried when I saw you fall, but I'm relieved to see you've not got a scratch on you. Now let us return to the Great Majestic House, your Earth Unification headquarters. You have a great deal of work and studying left to do, and no shortage of good food waiting for you. What are you talking about? Who the hell are you? Well, nothing new. Your sense of humor is as cutting as ever. It's me, Rasputin, your faithful butler. Surely you haven't forgotten me. Forgive me, I was so moved by your magnanimity that I couldn't help but laugh. You've forgotten my name, then. Not to worry, you may simply refer to me as Father if you like. What matters is that I am but your butler. I am both your loyal manservant and your ally. You do understand that, yes? Yeah, sure. I don't remember anything about you, but I can tell you're not lying. You can't get much darker than this shade of blue. Hell, it's so dark it's almost black. So I guess you really are my manservant. Are you sure about this, UO? This guy's the most obviously suspicious priest I've ever seen. Did you forget you have amnesia? You need to be way more cautious so you don't get taken advantage of. Nobody's taking advantage of me. Besides, it would be much stranger if someone noble as I didn't have a butler. Exactly, young miss. You may have lost your memory, but you clearly haven't lost your spirit. He is scheming in that laugh. It's Kotomene down in his depths. It is Father Kotomene. Ogumari's so smart, but he just won her over in an instant. What are you up to, Father Kotomene? A young mind should not be so suspicious. Dialogue is the best way to solve a great many things. I am in a sense facing a situation every bit as unprecedented as you. Here I am trying to find my missing mistress, only to find her associating with some unusual new friends. For my part, I would prefer she cut ties with you immediately and remember who she truly is, but... Are you trying to make me into a figurehead instead of a real president? I told Solomash I'd help them in the rest of Chaldea, so that's just what I'm going to do. At the very least, I'm not leaving their side until they reach the storm border. Marie, thank you so much. I see, then I must respect my mistress's wishes. As long as the young miss insists on helping Chaldea, I'll do the same. That said, I'm afraid I can be of no help in combat. I'm simply an ordinary, powerless priest, as you can see. Right, that's such a blatant lie. It's no lie, I'm but an ordinary butler. I believe that suits you better, too, no? I think he's right, Senpai. If Marie learns he's a disciple of the foreign god, she'd then learn of who and what the foreign god actually is, too. There's no telling how she might react if she learns the truth. So if we're going to keep this up, I think we have no choice but to bring him with us and go along with this butler act. I'm so glad you understand. Do not worry, I promise I will make no effort to influence the young miss's decisions. I'm not so starved for entertainment that I would dash the young miss's beautiful dream of friendship now that it's blossomed here in this subterranean world. Let me ask you one thing. Do you know how she ended up like this? A good question. So far as I know, the young miss is the strongest being on this planet by a wide margin. I cannot imagine what could have caused her to lose her memory. On the subject of things I cannot possibly imagine, I'd like to ask you something as well. Tell me about Limbo's final moments. I can't say I ever cared for him, but he was technically a colleague. Limbo's final moments? Senpai. As wretched and miserable as the man himself. Alright, let's forget I asked. More pressingly, I think we need to discuss strategy. You need to do something about the Underworld Guardian, the servant who has become a co-cottonal, yes? I'm afraid I don't have much of an expertise to share, but I do have some words of wisdom to offer on the subject of exorcisms. Ooh, that's right, she was wearing a mask. If we take that mask off her, maybe. Exorcism? Did you just say exorcisms? I did. That servant has been possessed by an evil spirit. Said spirit clearly dwells in that mask. In Mexico, they call it a calvara, or skull. I could sense a powerful divine spirit's power inside it. If you can remove that mask, the servant should return to her senses. Whether she'll be able to return to her old self, however, is another question. What do you mean? You're saying those who become guardians of the Underworld can never leave the Underworld again. Then while the living can try to escape the Underworld, the dead can try to send it as though it's part of their trials. Its guardians are simply not permitted to leave their posts unattended. Did the gods of proper human history decide that rule? Indeed, you really are quite intelligent, aren't you, Tepeu? I believe it was indeed decided by deities. However, this also gives us an opportunity. This boundary of the Underworld is overwritten by proper human history's myths. That means it is both inside this Lostbelt while not being part of it. Nash, I believe your little machine can measure the foundation for a location's foundation of humanity value, can it not? Yes, it can, Looks like this location's value is fluctuating. What does this mean? It means this location is subject to both the chronicle theoretical phenomenon and the pruning theoretical phenomenon. Put another way, the past, present, and future all mingle in this one spot, all equally valid. In this place you can summon as many heroic spirits with ties to Chaldea as your magical energy permits. What's more, you can even temporarily draw on the connections on things that may have happened or that may have been feasible. An example of heroic spirit soul A never met could still be summoned so long as soul B did meet them at some point. That being said, there are still only so many servants you can summon as a lone mage. Conversely, with access to the Storm Border's power source, you could summon servants by the 100. Like what you plan to do in Tunguska. You know about that, too?
Not for sure, not until you confirmed it just now. Something of a leading question. Of course, I had my suspicions you would resort to such a plan in the end. You are also wonderfully forthcoming, Mash. Kata could have learned a great deal from you.
That expression was new. How dare you make Mash make such a shocked expression, Kotomene. Oh, I can see now why Shiro wants to just punch you.
At any rate, I trust I've made my point. You can summon nearly anyone you like here. You need only consider which servants would be most helpful against the Co-Cottonal, then summon them.
Unfortunately, connections don't matter right now. Father, Soul's been unable to summon heroic spirits ever since he arrived in Mictlan, which unfortunately means your plan isn't viable.
So it would seem, given the Camazotz was using the command spells you lost. Where did you relinquish them, Soul?
Well, some dude with sunglasses scammed me by saying I was dead.
I see, a world covered in fog and a deal you made to come back. Alright, I understand. You offered your command spell in exchange for a narrow escape from death, and now Camazotz has the very same command spells. No wonder he was able to transform King Protea into an altar. You must once have contracted with her in one timeline or another. And so your command spells could order her to become a guardian of the underworld.
Then that's why King Protea transformed like that? Because she believed that was one of Master's command spells?
Most likely, otherwise she would never have offered up her soul, her spirit core, so easily. But that's not what's important. What's important, Soul, is that you gave up your command spell to come back to life. However, this is the underworld, not the world of the living. In which case, I suspect...
I see. So long as he's in the underworld, the contract he made to exchange his command spells to come back to life doesn't apply. Because the contract is effectively voided at any time he isn't alive, which is what... Is that what you're saying?
Your intellect continues to impress me, Tepeu. I hope you'll join me for some Russian tea later.
Don't do it, he'll kill you! Hey, yeah, you haven't actually tried a summon since we came to the first underworld. You just assumed it wouldn't work. Why don't you give it a shot now, Soul? Alright.
That's enough. Now that we know you can indeed summon a servant, you just have to come up with a plan of action. You can only summon so many on your own, so you will need to choose carefully. As long as you can avoid any egregious errors, you should have no trouble defeating the Co-Cottonal. I expected you would have been happy to have such a clear path of success. Why do you look so sad?
It's not going to help us free Protea.
I know. My suggestion was merely for defeating the Co-Cottonal and not killing King Protea. I may be the so-called Mad Monk Rasputin, but I'm also the temptation of immortality, and a priest with the talent for dealing with wicked thoughts. As long as you're able to hold the Co-Cottonal in place, I'll be able to remove the tumor bound to her spirit origin through that mask. I'm a priest, you know. I may not be useful in combat, but I have plenty of experience treating wounds.
Then we really can save Protea. This is great, you're such a capable butler. Of course he is. I'd never have a butler who was anything less than truly excellent. Oh, you don't even remember him, Madam President, but that's okay. I still love you. I'm so glad you're here.
Alright, it's time you chose your servants. Remember, your opponent is a high servant combined with the giant Co-Cottonal spirit origin. You'll be facing a titanic river guardian with potent defenses and a constant drain on your stamina, courtesy of that death mask. Master Soul, this battle will hinge on both what you know now and what choices you make very soon.
Okay, so I know that it's been said in the material that in the battle of Melt, Lip, and King Protea, it is a rock, paper, scissors battle. Melt is an ocean, but not big enough to consume Protea, but she is big enough to overwhelm Lip. Lip is unable to compress Melt because she is an ocean, but can compress Protea, which means I need to bring Lip into this battle. Okay. Ah, it didn't work that time. Damn. I thought I had figured it out. Maybe I just had the timing off. Gotta tap into that RuneScape knowledge of timing so I can get the timing right, so I can make sure to not have to deal with the black screen again. Resume from start. Master, the Skull Mask removal team is in position. I'll make sure Father Kotomene gets high enough to reach Protea's mask. I'll keep her pinned down. No thrashing around, no retreating into the river, nothing. The moment she makes a move a servant can't keep up with, I'll be there to slap her down. We'll cheer you on from her way over here. Good luck, everyone!
The co-cottonal is rolling near. Let's see how well you handle the first underworld trial.
Let's do this. Okay, what are we restricted on first off? We have no restrictions whatsoever. Okay. No restrictions whatsoever. I don't know why Party 5 is like that. Oh, right, that was my farming party. End the party. We're resetting everybody. Party 5. Alright. So, who are we bringing along? We are bringing along King Protea's natural counter, Passion Lip, with Sumo. We will bring along Mash with Sumo. We'll bring along our own Castoria with her CE. We'll bring along Melt as well with a K-Scope just in case. And then we bring along Scotty. All as just in case precautionaries. And then we switch to our decisive battle uniform. And we go. Won't let you through. I won't let you through. I won't let you through. That's a lot of HP. Oh, you will Marie's Lightning. Remove that God tier offsetting Giant Beast Agitation. That was unexpected. Okay, that was... Okay. Well, there goes that plan that I had. Maybe not necessarily a bad thing, though. Let's generate some stars. And Melt. Get ready to dance. We'll do BQV. 55k, nice hit, Mash, nice hit. Good break. That's one. I don't know what that word was. Infantile regression. Giant Beast You're doing it again? Lip Mash and Cass. Okay. This might be a bit of an annoyance. Okay, Debuff Immune. Trash and Crush. We do not need to use that just yet. And then a Buster Blast. Ooh, Lollipops. Not as big of a hit as I would have liked. Red Sea of Milk. Healing effect. Caldera Mask. She stunned herself. Healing effect is a 10k heal, and she inflicted a constant HP down every turn. Okay, annoying, but manageable. Lip Chain. We're about to face an NP. I do not know if she has the normal NP of King Protea or not. So this could be damaging. Go for a BAQ. Giant God Sanction. She does not. She still just deletes, though. So, Scotty, Cass, and Melt. Okay. Melt. Sad as it is to say, you're gonna have to melt your sister. Great Unending Cascade. A skill seal. Okay, that's not terrible. Because Melt's already used all of her skills. The defense down on everyone else. Oh no! You're shuffling my party! To the exact same party! Because you already wiped out my front line. BAQ. Melt is doing good HP-wise. As long as she does not get deleted here, we should be fine. We're fine. Melt wins. Okay. Once again, proving Melt is a beast. This pain. Protea, I'm sorry.
震え、凍てつき、砕け散る時まで諦めることは許さんぞ。
Protea has been pinned in place. Sheba says she'll begin using her self-replication to regenerate from her wounds in 10 seconds. I'll launch you up to the mask now, Father Kotomene.
Thank you. Do try to give me a soft landing if you can. I need no scalpel nor anesthesia. A spirit medium's method consists of simply reaching in and pulling out the infected area directly. Pain, suffering, agony. In the name of the evil dragon representing death, I bear witness to the incessant rot. The taint of death, the malaria of evil, calls up on people from all walks of life. As muck spills forth without end, I shall be the one to scoop it up. Pomilujnas nas, Gospodi. Lord, have pity on this poor soul.
Okay, don't tell me we are still fighting poor Protea. She's been through enough, damn it. Damn it, I was too slow again. Also, the recipe that keeps showing up is how I make my own homemade pizza. Just getting that out of the way. I gotta do it, like, right when I press the start button, I guess. We did it! We got the mask off her! The plan worked. Look out, Mash. This isn't over yet. The mask is starting to move on its own. Hope you're ready for more fighting, Soul. Now it's just the mask. I won't have to hold anything back. I don't know where the first thing about these Underworld Guardians, but I came to Earth to rule it. So you better give me all the support you can. Sure. So we need to have MASH. We're going to bring pretty much the same squad here, because they deserve to be here to kick the ass of the thing that took over King Protea. Because while they don't show it, I'm sure they are both very loving sisters. Actually, Melt does probably show it the most. Yeah, Melt would show that she's loving. The skull mask. That's quite the mask. Alright. Bab. Also, this thing has some sort of buff that I did not look at. Carry death from behind. Increase attack and charge by 1 each turn. That could be annoying. That could be quite annoying. Draw focus mash. Then smash. You Olga. Yeah, only 14k crit there, but that was like a 17k crit followed by a 13k crit. Okay, your NP is nothing special, it seems. Or I NP sealed him. I NP sealed him, that's what it is. Okay, I'm just a dum-dum. Alright, lip. Good hit, lip. Blissful notice of death. Lip! Mourning the dead. Ow. That hurt. Okay, it's a good thing I brought a serious backline here. Melt. Melt away the mask that took over your sister. Not bad. There we go. Oh, that could have done so much more, Melt. If that arts had crit. But I think we're fine. As long as it does not cast death again, we've got this. Finish it. Okay, there we go. That wasn't that bad. And was that the last? I think that was the last arrow of Section 3. I get a command spell back! One of my spells just regenerated.
So it would seem, though not in the truest sense. You have neither regained your qualifications as a summoner, nor has the command spell regained its abilities. At most, you should now be able to summon a servant or two in Mictlan outside the boundaries of the underworld.
How dare you, how dare you, this is unforgivable! No, not unforgivable, unbelievable. How could a giant like me fall to a human? And an arrogant human who thinks of himself as a summoner, no less. I stepped out of the midst of gods and in giants. This is an unforgivable Proteus. Are you okay, Protea? Protea? Your eyes are different colors. Well, whatever the case, facts are facts, and the fact is I've been saved. Fine then, I hate to give up this alterization, but I will. Do what you like with me. But I won't forget this humiliation, Master. The next time we meet, I'm going to make you pay. Did I just say something? Protea, you have an alter form. So King Protea's going to have King Protea alter. Yay! King Protea alter. I'm sorry, I don't remember what happened. I mean, I was conscious up to the point where you were nice enough to remove my mask for me, but was I acting strange afterward? Like lording it over you, or acting tough, or generally, being bad? It's all good. Welcome back, Protea. Thank goodness, and thank you, Master. Wearing that mask was really painful. I couldn't even see or anything. I thought I would stay trapped in that kaiju form, but that I'd be killed, but you never gave up on me. I'm so happy right now. Aww. We saved Protea. Yay! We get a quartz, 5 evil bones, and 5 pure prisms, and 5 hellfires of wisdom. Alright, and perspective warp. Alright, next is the Golden Sea of Trees, Section 4, but that will happen in the next episode. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for coming out and watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe so you can see the next one when it comes out tomorrow. But I will see you tomorrow, everybody, on YouTube. For those on Twitch, I'm going to stop the recording.